Here we are, people. Live again. Just doing a solo stream tonight, just testing out some new gear, and hopefully we're sounding good, but we will see. We are going to go for a drive and have a look at a couple of Brisbane's lookouts. One just not far away, actually, on the north side. And that one is called Bartley's Hill Lookout. So we go for a drive there, and then probably cruise on down to Mount Gravatt, and then back through Mount Cootha on the way back to the north side. Let's test out this new equipment, the new headset. Put that down. Say goodnight to our favourite coffee girl. How was work? No worries. When I'm working nearby, I'll come grab a coffee and say good day. Take care. See you soon. Taste my bean. I've had a few coffees there. Let's head out along Robinson Road to Sandgate Road. Just a solo cruise tonight. See how well I do it narrating. Let's see if I can be a tour guide, like a Brisbane tour guide. Loud trailer. Already, I'm driving with the window down, and there is no buffeting air noise to the microphone on these new headsets. So already win there. Whether anyone can hear me on this is a different matter, but we will see. A little bit mixed weather conditions, as it has been for the last few days in southeast Queensland. It is threatening to rain. There's a few little raindrops on the windscreen at the moment. Get rid of that. Hopefully, we'll just stick close to the city, so hopefully there won't be too much of an issue with reception. One thing about doing this driving and uploading at the same time is sometimes we lose connection and it starts to get a bit glitchy, but that's okay. It seems to pop back in pretty quickly. And then if you're not watching this live, you can hear me. Nina and Michael. Thanks, guys. Yeah, got a new, let's just say the headset and the microphone that I've currently got is the same as the guys out at the airport, which you two, obviously we don't have a problem listening to the plane spotting channels out of Brisbane Airport. So I went and got the exact same headset and microphone setup that they do, and this seems to be working so much better already. So just the tail end of peak hour traffic leaving Brisbane CBD on Sandgate Road, heading north towards Redcliffe, Boondall. So I've probably been to this first lookout a few times and not even known what it was called. But Bartley's Hill Lookout, it's at Ascot, so hopefully there'll be a nice view of the city from there. Depends on how cloudy it is, if it's raining. And Michael's saying the microphone is top notch today. Well, yeah, I think so too. Does sound good in my ears in the headphones, but then the other ones did too. But there was a bit of crackling. I wasn't sure. The Rode headphones I was using had a boom mic which you could plug in, almost like an afterthought. Whereas this one, it's all integrated. There's no adapters needed to plug it into the soundboard. It just plugs straight in, and definitely, and honestly, good value for money for what they are too. So, driving with the window down. Hopefully, the threshold is set right. I haven't changed it. Maybe it's different for these headphones, but if we're getting thumbs up, 5x5s, what have you, then yes, happy with that. We might, depending upon what Tez is doing later, as the rain starts to come down. Tessa might actually join us. We tried something last night with Messenger and seeing if we could get Messenger to come through on the live stream, and I think it'll work. So we will find out. Well, depends. I don't know where he is. Could be MIA at the moment on a Tuesday. I don't know that he worked today. So we'll find out where he is. Still soft. Okay. Thank you, Nina. Yeah. Soft but clear. I can do soft and clear is not so bad. Better than when it sort of fades in and out, or sort of you hear every second or third word, is obviously not what we want. But soft but consistent is better. Louder and consistent would be the best. As we come along Sandgate Road, heading towards Hamilton Road. And it's trying. It's trying. Soft and clear. Thanks, Nina. Hope you're well. Seems forever since we caught up last and drove around and practiced podcasting and live streaming. Just change lanes here, give this bus space. At least this microphone literally touches my lips, not like the other one. Now, I wonder if it's. Excuse me. Sorry, cough a little there, just to remove a bit of itchiness from the throat. Windscreen wipers. Maybe this car needs some new windscreen wipers. It used to. Sandgate Road still goes over the top into the suburb centre, but and when the tunnel wasn't there, and definitely diverts a lot of traffic past the village centre now. Up there, the Prince of Wales. Haven't been there for a while. Well, that was loud. What was loud? What's loud, Nina? And yes, the Nunda Tunnel gets a little bit of a blast. I actually used to live not far from it, and my housemate at the time said she could hear when I was about 45 seconds from pulling up into the driveway. That may have been a Subaru Forester at the time. So, um, yeah, those things sound all right, the Turbo Forester. So we're just going to stay above ground tonight. There's no use doing tunnels, although I know that the internet and the uploading works all right through the tunnels in Brisbane. I was before starting the channel and getting the equipment, I was a bit skeptical of that whether that would work. Oh, me coughing was loud, right? We should take the Ute. Nina's Lolux would be a hoot. That would be so much fun. We should book that one in. So now, one thing about Sandgate Road that drives a lot of people crazy is people who turn right across peak hour traffic. They usually have to sit in this right-hand lane. Oh, look, this. Oh, look, our first person with no lights on, as you can see in the left-hand lane there. First person driving with no lights on. Obviously, the brake lights don't count, and they've turned off. So I wonder if they'll notice when they turn down the dark street whether they've got no lights on. Come back to the no lights. I'm sure we'll see at least another few tonight. So yeah, especially up here. Look, this guy is perfect example. Now, it's not peak hour traffic anymore, so it's not as bad. But he's going to sit here now and block a lot of traffic behind us. Now, all he has to do is turn left here, go up the back street, and then drive across Sandgate Road, and not block anybody. But this one person seems that they're more important than the 10, 20, 30 people behind them that they're stopping. The more peak hour it is, the harder it is to do a lane change and try and avoid this mess. And then up further at the intersection, there we go. That was only 30 seconds out of my day to get back. But and you might think, well, it's only 30 seconds. And look, it's not about being impatient. It's just about calling out poor behaviour. I mean, you don't need to do that. Not at all. People will do it here, which, look, I don't know why they make the traffic light arrow, the red arrow, not go green at the start. As you can see, the light's gone green to go straight, but the red arrow holds until the oncoming traffic is passing, and then anybody who might be wanting to turn right there is just going to hold up a whole lane. And if anybody is turning left at that intersection and there's a pedestrian walking across, literally no cars move until there's a break in the traffic and the pedestrians cross. It's just ludicrous. Now, you could say it's poor engineering, say that as well, but drivers just need to be aware that they can not put themselves in that situation. Let's take the side road. It's quicker for everybody. Right, so we're not too far away. I'm going to just jump here in the left-hand lane to a head check. And we're taking a left turn soon. And winding our way up to our first lookout for tonight. this next road here to our left. Butler Street. Really climbing the hill in the dark. Quite a sizable school here at the top of the hill. We're going to turn right onto Turner's Street. Howard Street, there we go. Can't even read. No, the sign is quite dark. Turning right again onto Morgan Street. Just near the top. Hopefully we can position the car so you can at least see the city. See out the window, but see that's not going to be where the camera is. Oh, okay, here we go. There's a couple sitting on the seat. So the car towards the city. We might be able to just see it's there with people sitting up here enjoying the view. So if you want to continue enjoying the view, there we go. With the lights off, we'll just check it out. Just park sideways across the road doing a 5-point turn. But just pause it there if you want and come back to it. Come back to it when it's not live. All right, that is our first one. Now we're gonna make our way. Let's pull over to the left. Mount Gravatt. Mount Gravatt. Look out. All right, so from here, it's about half an hour. It says, well, it depends which way that's taking us. There might be some tolls. It's taking us inner city bypass through the tunnel, which we're not going to do. So it might be a little bit longer, about half an hour. It's about 26 minutes, 18 kilometres, but that is via the Clem Jones Tunnel, which we're not going to take tonight. So we'll make our way back down to Sandgate Road. There's big gates and a really nice house there. I've driven past that one before. Nice part of Brisbane here. Nice views from the top there. Yeah, it's still trying to rain. Not quite. Nina, thank you. Yes, it is a nice view by day or by night. I reckon it's high enough. If you get a day where it's foggy and the fog is quite low, if you come up here and the fog is below you, you'll be able to look across at the city and just see the tops of the skyscrapers sticking out. Be so much better in person, absolutely. Coming back down to Sandgate Road, turning south before the traffic gets here. Right, I'm in the Lexus again tonight, well, because the cameras were already set up. There's someone who's just driving around with their parkers on, not their headlights. Seems to be a whole lot more potholes since we got that cyclone through southeast Queensland a couple of weeks ago. How's that cyclone southeast Queensland? That doesn't happen very often. So turning left here, this is the main thoroughfare. Oh, look, somebody else without their lights on. Lights. That's number 2 tonight. Let's see if we can get a record. So I'm just going to take the left lane, middle lane, the right lane, the left lane. There's a bus lane, so just stay out of that for the moment. Come down to the 5 ways. Nina, thank you for your contribution on the live chat. Appreciate you letting me know what's happening with the stream. Question: can you hear the Lexus? I do have the other headset, so 2 new headsets. The other headset is sitting up on the headrest of the passenger seat, ready for a passenger to come and have some fun, come for a ride along. And that microphone's turned up same as this one, so it's like a equipment check with the new. So I'm going to go across the Story Bridge again tonight, head down towards Canberra about that way. So might just duck down into the valley and cruise through the valley, and then take a left up onto the Story Bridge. So the Story Bridge was in the news just in the last 24 hours. Apparently, if maintenance work doesn't proceed pretty much ASAP, as soon as possible, maintenance work on the Story Bridge, apparently it's only got like a 20-year lifespan left. 20-year lifespan. Nuts. One of the most iconic bridges in Australia, obviously. The most iconic here in Brisbane. And to hear that who's not going to maintain it? As if the government's not going to maintain it. But it's not about the maintenance. It's about who's going to pay for it. So it's been suggested that they'll open up another toll on the bridge. I believe it might have been a toll bridge when it was first opened. I definitely cannot remember that. And I can never remember it having a toll. So if that's the case, what has the previous Queensland government's been doing, not maintaining our beautiful bridge? Nina's saying she can't hear the Lexus. Okay, I will. I'll tell you what. Once the sound of the obviously the people in the car is good, which I think we're nearly there. We will concentrate on an ambient mic, setting up an ambient mic in each of the cars that we go in, especially further on in the channel when we start doing members only live streams, and we start doing them in different cars, unique cars. Going to go down through here. Hopefully the person behind me will let me in. Thank you very much. Yep. And so when we're doing members only live streams in different cars, we might do car reviews. We might get to. I met someone just recently, Cameron. I won't go into too much detail. Cameron, he should be known as Cameron. Met him recently and works at a place that might have some super cool cars. So hopefully in the future we might do a collab, and we might get together, and I might maybe Cameron can take us out. He can drive and I'll stream and go and check out some cool cars. So I think that would be a pretty amazing thing to do for a own channel. As we get the right hand lane here. Brisbane weather is raining. Ruby. Hello, Ruby. How are you? Yeah, it is raining. I'm going to cough again. So, Nina, just turn your volume down. Just the itchy throat. And yes, but it's been really patchy rain. I'm used to Brisbane. It either you wake up and it's grey and it's raining and it sets in and it just rains, kind of like Melbourne, right? It just sets in and it just stays raining. Or it's a hot day and then it like absolutely thunderstorms at the end of the day. It rains. It rains for like half an hour. Buckets down might hail, and then it's gone. So whereas this weather it's patchy. It's raining one minute and not the next. A little bit like, dare I say, like actual Melbourne from like hour to hour. I'm able to jump in behind this Mercedes. Or if poor means anything. So ask whether the 6 and the 9 means anything. Yeah, another toll, Nina. That is exactly right. That's what has been suggested to cover the cost of the maintenance of the bridge. Um, that's poor management. That's poor management. I hope that doesn't happen. It's iconic. Like that would be like putting a toll back on Sydney Harbour Bridge. Actually, it doesn't have one. I'm pretty sure. Does Sydney Harbour Bridge have a toll? Or is it just electronic now, or did they actually get abolished the toll altogether? I remember stopping at the toll booths in Sydney when I lived down that way, and then they were gone. But I'm not sure if they just made it electronic or not. Quite congested, as you can see. We'll just let the traffic. Uh, so do not queue across intersections is a road rule, pretty much around the country, I do believe. So we'll just wait until the cars move out of the way. There we go. Through the valley. Tuesday night in the valley, and traffic's still, it's like peak hour. It is slow. It's quite congested. But there's a few car yards around here, like Genesis, Volvo, Mercedes on the Mercedes on the right, just back there. Um, so what's Michael been saying? Right. So yeah, probably could be because of the mobile reception. We will find a better way. Now, very dull taillights on the Mazda 2 there, but they're on. It's quite dull with those aftermarket taillights. Yes, nice high-end cars through the valley, and this is just on the way in. On the way out on the other road, this being a one-way road, you've got some more Lamborghini, Audi, all over on the other road. There's Porsche was back a bit, pronounced Porsche correctly. And let's swing up onto, follow this Toyota. Let's swing up onto the Story Bridge. I did pick the giveaway lane, not the drive-through lane. But that's okay. We're not in a rush tonight, team. We're not in a rush. There we go. We're all clear. Make our way across to the right lane. It's we've got a breakdown or something. Tow truck just up here. Is that a Reedy towing truck? Yes, it is. They've apparently got a lot of trucks. Reedy Towing must be one of the biggest towing companies in Brisbane. So tonight, the Brisbane Story Bridge is lit up blue. Actually, fun fact, and I know you can't really see out to the west or to the right of the vehicle, but Brisbane City is looking. It definitely living up. I mean, I have in the past. Like this, but hopefully again, self living back here. See. So, as we down the south side. Kangaroo, looking beautiful city. I'd like to go for a drive out to the eastern suburbs, Bayside, out towards Cleveland soon. Out to the lighthouse, out at out there, pretty much as far as you can drive, past Cleveland Business District, Redland Bay. To look out and see the islands like Fuji Mudlow and Russell Island. All right, we are going to actually go right here and drive above the Kangaroo Point Cliffs. Haven't actually stopped in here for a little while. Awesome cafe at the top of the cliffs here, top of the Kangaroo Point stairs. I have run up and down those stairs quite a lot. Definitely good for your glutes, running up and down those stairs. Quite thin set of stairs, but everyone who lives around here or comes to enjoy the area knows that a lot of people use it. Peter, how are you? See, Peter's joined us on the stream. I'm good, mate. How are you? Here we go. So just turning right onto above the Kangaroo Point Cliffs. That's Hilux, because it does go from 2 lanes to 1. So let's merge like a zip and form 1 lane. Still up to debate. We see the 4 drive in front of this Hilux here. I think it's another Hilux. Indicated left, even though there was no lane change. I'm still yet to see where it says in the TMR driving rules where when it's form 1 lane that you need to indicate left, because if that's the case, then shouldn't people in the right lane indicate left and the people in the left lane indicate right, like they do on camera? That's how I would see that working, because it's not left lane ends. So rock climbing. Yes, plenty of rock climbing on the Kangaroo Point Cliffs. Done that a few times myself, as has Michael by the looks. So we are going to come down into the Woolloongabba area and then probably just blast up on the Pacific Motorway for a little bit. Or should we turn left and take the scenic route? Yeah, let's take the scenic route. What is it, Logan Road? Logan Road. Let's turn left down here. We'll go to Logan Road. Who needs the Pacific Highway? We don't need the highway. We don't need the highway tonight. Rock climbing, Nina, at Kangaroo. Yeah, absolutely. River Life, I believe, is a company that's based down there that I think they do a lot of things. I've gone kayaking with them before. And turn left here onto Vulture Street. Vulture Street. Iconic for the Gabba and Powderfinger's album. It was their first album, wasn't it? Their first. The right lane to turn, or from the left turn. Ultra Street, yes. How good's Powderfinger? I wonder if I tried to sing their song, if it's close enough that the copyright will quite make it like delete it. I did try and play a song last stream, and it was just quiet. If you go back and have a look at the start of my Sunday stream, which started at Redcliffe Aerodrome, the first couple of minutes, 2.5 minutes, is quiet, and that's because I played a song that I thought I'd be able to play, and I think YouTube just made it quiet. Come on, Beamer. So yes, you definitely need copyright permission to play music whilst live streaming. All right, I think I need to turn left. Let's go Balaclava Street. It's a turn left only lane. I think I can go straight here. BMW. There's no one behind me. I can go straight. The guy behind me, no, that's okay. We don't need to do that now. Here we go, straight. These Kias, I tell you what, people in Kias, they're lead foots. They like to briskly get up to the posted speed. So I've got Waze on at the moment, and Waze is saying there's police in turn left on Balaclava Street, so I don't know if there's police somewhere. There's a car kind of half parked on the driveway there for the chemist. I think they're just trying to get into the chemist. Maybe the police need to fill in their prescription. So Nina's going to add rock climbing to her list of things to do. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't say I climb rocks for a living, but I definitely climb buildings. I mean, it's a little bit different, but kind of the same, but way different, but similar. So, yeah. So Balaclava Street. Actually, for the motorheads, John French Motors used to be along here. I don't know if it's called John French Motors, but John French only passed away just recently. He actually won Bathurst with Dick Johnson in the True Blue Falcon. I think that's where it was, just back there. So it's no longer John French Motors. Yeah, he won Bathurst with Dick Johnson back in 1981. And, well, let's just say, bless his cotton socks. I mean, that's pretty cool, getting to win Bathurst. And then, yeah, he had a car yard. Oh, I mean, he was pretty old, but yeah, he had a car yard. What do you call it? Mechanical here. I don't think he worked in it. He just owned it. Might have worked in it back in the day, but as the rain is trying to come down again, should get this light now, almost. Just to the left, can't see it on camera, is this like crazy old castle-looking building too. I think it's been derelict for quite some time. Yeah, interesting part of the area. Remove the wet windscreen. We have cars switching lanes. All right. So we're heading down towards Stones Corner. I think we'll just stay in the right lane. My memory serves me correctly. Both of these lanes will both turn left at the roundabout, if it's still a roundabout, down the hill, and then we'll be turning right not long after that. So, I mean, it's just a part of driving, isn't it? Making sure you're in the correct lane so that you're not trying to push into traffic. Plus, Waze Some people don't know that at the top of ways actually has the arrows that point the lane you need to be in and which direction it goes at the top of the screen, and tells you how far away. So, for instance, it's telling me 120 meters away. I can take the 2 lanes to the left, but I'll stay in the right-hand lane. Easy. And it's a 40 zone through here, through Stones Corner. Big pothole right there. Wow. And then we can follow his Lexus. Lexus following Lexus. Why not? Turning right here, up through the back of the shops at that Stones Corner. And then we'll duck on a Cornwall Street, which is a one-way street to the left, then onto Logan Road. Maybe I'll do another stream later this week. As I might be down the Gold Coast. That would be good. Get to, you could spend hours just cruising on the Gold Coast from one direction to the other. Turning left onto Cornwall Street. A lot of people go, well, you don't need to use your indicator here because it's quite obvious. We've only got one direction to go. We can only turn left. So a lot of people just don't even use their indicator. But I would still say that that's not the road rules. And that good Lexus drivers like to use their indicators. The difference between Lexus drivers and BMW drivers. Maybe. And then, yeah. I mean, a lot of places are like this, right? We're about to turn onto Logan Road. Obviously, back in the day, that was the main thoroughfare to get from Brisbane to Logan. Ipswich Road, the main thoroughfare to get from Brisbane to Ipswich. Gympie Road heads north out of Brisbane, the main thoroughfare to get from Brisbane to Gympie back in the day. It still is, unless you want to use the Gateway Ontario. But it can't be much easier, to be honest. We're up in Caboolture. You leave the Caboolture CBD and you head north towards Beerburrum. You take Beerburrum Road. You go south. You take Morayfield Road to get to Morayfield. It's pretty easy. It's like, how do you get lost these days? Car does sound good. Not that you guys can hear it. We will look at an ambience to plug into the sound in the near future. It will probably be different to the mics that I have. All these condenser mics they're very good for blocking out superfluous sound. Like you put the mic right up next to your lips and it picks up the voice right there. It's not very good at picking up ambient sound. So I might talk to the boys out at Only Planes, because they have some good ambient mics that they use to pick up the sounds of the aircraft out at the airport. It has picked up the sound of this car once or twice as well through the OPN ambient mic. So I know that their mics work. Some on the road in front. It's in the road. Quite visible there. It's not like they're wearing reflective. But the fact that while it's not raining, I can drive around with both windows down and it does not affect the boom mic is so good. So good. lane change here while there's no traffic and straight between these cars. And that's just having forethought, being able to sit on the posted speed and just split the traffic without having to lift off, check mirrors, make a lane change. That's just clever driving. Definitely the way that a lot of driving enthusiasts will drive as opposed to commuters. Here we go. The car in front, RAV4 or something like that was red. That was red. It was a red light. Very, very close. All right, so not far from Mount Gravatt now. For those that are actually listening, who hasn't been up Mount Gravatt before? There's a good question. It's definitely a bit of a rev. You could almost call it like a rev head heaven. I have not been up there for years. I definitely have been up there a few times, especially back in the day when, when I was a bit more of a bogan than I am now. And scooter. That is a small scooter. Don't fancy being on the scooter tonight in the damp conditions. So yes, have visited Mount Gravatt. It is a known hoon spot. It is a known hangout. See who's up there tonight. Not many. If it's raining like it is, a few cyclists out tonight, making their way home. All right, how far have we got? 8 minutes, under 5 kilometres, so not far. Focus looks all good tonight. I'll tell you what, we were struggling. Here's a red light camera. I wonder if it's also a speed camera. Some red light cameras are also speed cameras, but not all. Not not often can you tell the difference. Sometimes they have signs up saying red and speed camera, red light and speed camera. Not all of them. Waze said it was a red light camera, so thank you, Waze. I think that was there. So Nina's saying she used to work at Mount Gravatt as a security officer. Not up on the mountain though. Like, or do you mean like up there, like kicking the hoons out when you close the gate? Pretty sure there's a gate there. I think it shuts. Pretty sure I checked. Oh, scooter doing a U-turn in front of me. That was gay. Do have the high vis on, so I did see you. Was that Uber Eats? Not giving Uber Eats a plug. That is something I've never, ever, ever, ever done, and I never have been in places where I've been friends that have ordered it for sure, but I've never done it myself. Excuse me. Maybe I'm allergic to this new microphone. Maybe it doesn't even have a dead cat on it. It's just the foam one. But it's doing the job. Person might have texted me before, but I'm driving, so text messages. It's the rain starting to come. Why is it raining now? We're just about to go up now. Because Murphy's Law. Here we go. Macrobat lookout turn right in 350 metres. Got the sign there. Side of the road. It's bucketing down there. I don't think. Okay, right lane. I'm not so sure the city's going to look very good. So it's not actually a set of lights here. It's just a right-hand turn. Let's go. Then start heading up the hill. Tell you what, I know the camera. I know when it gets dark, the camera starts to sort of go a bit glitchy, like it's sort of the frame rate slows down. But it's not too bad, considering the street's actually way darker than what it looks like through the camera. I know the boys out at the airport, when I'm out at the airport watching the live stream, I'm looking at the plane. You can barely see the plane. You can just see like the silhouette and the lights. But when you see it on the camera, like through the on the stream, it's I'm not going to say it's like day, but it's definitely, you can see the type of aircraft. You can see what the livery is. Except for Jetstar, it's a dark one. I take a wrong turn. I take a wrong turn. Oh, what have I done? I must have got my meters a little bit wrong when I turned it through 300 meters and not 350. Maybe it was. The turn was at the next intersection. Sightsee around the side of Macrobat, suburb, and the mountain. Here's a good question if Michael's out there, because I know what Michael does for a living. He does like to do some research. How high? What is the height where a hill becomes a mountain? I mean, you could almost call that a surveying question. At what height does a hill become a mountain? I heard a I don't know if it's a furphy or not, but that Castle Hill in Townsville only needs to be a little bit higher and it would be classified as a mountain. Yeah, so at what height? In meters. None of this feet stuff. We're back out at Logan Road. Let's follow this Tesla to the right. And then we'll take the correct turn. But this is what adventures are all about, isn't it, team? Nothing coming from the left. One vehicle from the right, and then we oh no, he's turned it, so he gets to go. Thank you for using your indicator, sir. Not like everybody. Now, let's try this again. It's the second. It's the second one at the lights here. Here we go. In behind that little Honda. Now I'm looking up at Mount Gravatt at the moment, and it's very lit up behind. So the silhouette of the mountain is just sitting there. So it's pretty cool. Through the 60 rain. Here we go. This is better. No through road. That's the one. Now they might get a bit dark again. A little bit of high beam. Not that these high beams are very good, especially in the wet. There we go. Here's the gate. if one thing, you wouldn't think there'd be too many people up here on a rainy night. The other is the view's probably not going to be very. A lot of wildlife out. There is a bit of habitat up this way, if I remember correctly. Koalas, possums, wallabies, echidnas as well. And a wombat for a while. There we go. There's a koala sign. It's getting a bit thin through here. Very thin. A Humvee would struggle to fit in the lane. So dark. I can't believe there's not like street lighting that lines the road all the way up the hill. Sorry, mountain. Here we are. So there's it's like a water tank in front. Almost at the top. A little bit greasy the road up here. I wonder if they've ever done hill sprints up here. That'd be cool. Acrobat hill sprints. Not on a push bike either. How about luge? Luge would be cool. Or like a Red Bull go-kart race. That would be nuts. It's not very wide. It's not like I know they've done a hill climb, hill sprints at Mount Cootha. Waze is telling me we're almost at the top. Hasn't been much traffic going down, so I'd say there's probably not much up here tonight. It is a Tuesday night though, not a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Up the cars, but not too much. We got a very cloudy view back towards Brisbane. Picky gear. Oh, look, there's a roundabout, some parking. I keep thinking there's a car behind me, the headlights, but it's facing camera. There's a motorcyclist parked underneath the toilet awning there, trying to stay dry. Right, so the view from up here would be awesome if it wasn't so cloudy. Again, I'll just turn the lights off. A few trees in the way. But that's Mount Cravat. So nice view normally, not really tonight. But still fun drive. There's the city out to the side. But still, crappy view tonight, team. Sorry to let you down like that. We will come and do this drive again in the daytime. I think that will be good. All right. Did say lookouts. Tell you what though, Mount Cootha lookout is pretty cool, but there's not a lot of spots where you can park the car and look out. Well, there is one. It's up the front side. Let's go check that out. We won't go all the way up the top of Mount Cootha tonight. We'll just go up the quick side to the car park, and we'll see what the view looks like from there before we head back. In case somebody else has a request on it, a lookout. Nothing too far away. Maxie. Max is in the house. G'day, mate. How's the weather down in Sydney at the moment, if that's where you are? nice little drive. I wonder how the low lux would fare on. That'd be a cool drive. Like maybe we do that for a daytime trip. Drive the low lux, hook it up with the cameras, and make our way down to Mount Gravatt. Good to see Maxi's been to Mount Cootha a few times. Yeah, it's definitely one of those spots that if you go to Brisbane, if you miss out on going up there, um, that would be disappointing. A bit like when I went to Las Vegas. Went to Las Vegas and to go to the Grand Canyon. A little disappointing. No, not really. Actually chose not to go because I thought it would be good to go. Definitely going to go back to Vegas. I thought, how about I leave it for my second trip over there? Definitely went to Hoover Dam though. That was impressive, especially the bridge that they built above the dam, like not directly above it, up behind it. They were constructing it at the time that I was there. That was pretty impressive. Being in construction myself, yeah, that was pretty bad. The dam itself, Hoover Dam, that's crazy. That's awesome. I mean, I thought Somerset Dam was awesome as a kid growing up with my grandparents driving us out there. Um, look up and look up the wall from down below, and it's just think, wow, that's crazy to think there's that much water being held back by just a dam. And you go to Hoover Dam, it's huge. Thanks for being right back, my lords. Let's all right. All right, Maxie, thanks for joining us. A bit on and off down there too. Yeah, it seems to be that way at the moment. The weather, it's just been crazy. It's not the normal rain that we get in southeast Queensland. That's for sure. Here we go. So, which way? It's ways going to take us to Logan Road to Marshall Road. That person doesn't have their lights on as they pull out Mazda 3, as they pull out of, what was that? Service station. Definitely, now, I'm going to turn my lights off and then turn it back on. And hopefully that will encourage the person behind me to turn their lights on. Or maybe I just have to sing out the window. Turn your lights on! Turn your lights on! Yeah, here we go. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want to yell at the microphone, but as you can see in the rearview mirror there, he turned his lights on. Good man. Good man. So, well, that's 3 tonight. On the counter, I'm actually going to have to put a counter like on the stream. For night driving, have a night overlay where we have up there. We can chuck up there the headlight, no headlight counter. How about it? It's a turn left only lane. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to turn left now. I'm in the lane. Let's see how well Waze does at redirecting us. Look, it even says on the top of the screen there, the arrows say be in the second or third lane, not in the left lane. But Casa Road is ahead. It has redirected us. And we will go this way. How about that? Happy with that. A new high record. Who's Nina saying a new high record? Well, so far, three people without the house. Not Well, for the stream, it is, yes. For the stream, it is. Let's see if we can add to that as we head up to Mount Cootha now on Gaza Road. Get to know, like, I like listening to the to radio station in the morning that definitely has a traffic report. They sort of do it every sort of 15 minutes through peak hour traffic. And so you get to hear about all the roads, like the major roads through the suburbs of Brisbane, like Brodie Road, Empty Road, Marshall Road, Mains Road down the south side. So even if you haven't really been there before, you've heard of them. And then when you see them, you're like, oh, I've heard of that road. So yeah, there's quite a number of roads through Brisbane that you get to know, even if you've never really driven. So we will take the M1 back towards Brisbane. My fault, because I took a wrong turn. Well, I've taken a couple of wrong turns tonight. Nice indicator that you're Mr. Naval. I don't know. Again, is it just laziness, or is it I'm in the turn right lane, everyone knows I'm turning right, who needs to indicate? I don't know. Might be a bit too low, too bumpy. No. The low lux is fun and low, but it's I don't think the road's too bumpy. No bumpier than any of the other roads getting there. No cars around me, no one behind me that needed to pull up in the wet. So so Maxie doesn't think he's been up Mount Gravatt. That's okay. We'll go back up there in the daytime so you can have a look. And then if you ever find yourself up in Brisbane, let us know. We'll go for a drive. We'll go up there. Tezza, you are late, but that's okay. Tezza, when I get up to Mount Cootha and I pull up in the car park up there, maybe we can do our thing. Maybe we can do the messenger thing and see if he can join us. See how that works. What do you think, mate? This is my favourite time of the year, though. The temperature is wonderful. It's I'm going to hazard a guess at around like 24, 25 degrees at the moment. Except for the rain. I don't mind the rain. Just need to wind the windows up driving around. I'd rather have the windows down. And rather drive the windows down. So when it rains, windows go up, but that's okay. But the temperature's good. It, thought that was a massively long truck. With it. Yeah. There's a little spot here where it doesn't seem to be clear, but I will make a lane change. I'm sitting next to a truck, so there's two truck and dogs. It looked like one when I come around the corner. I was like, what is a road train doing in Brisbane? But no, it's two trucks. No, getting up to speed. So You're doing 70 kilometers per hour, it's 100 zone. Need to be. This is the big thing about merging people. Need to be at the speed of the traffic law, the posted speed. By the time you are making that lane change, it should already be at 100 if that's the speed. By the time you put your indicator on to merge onto highway, it's one of the biggest pet hates of most drivers that I speak to. If it's not keep left unless overtaking or not indicating through roundabouts correctly, it's people who can't merge. People who can't merge. So many people can't do it. So many people can't merge. It's almost like they've done their driving test and never even went onto the highway. I mean, Michael, he's out there. He's had his children do their driving tests recently. I say recently, over the last 5 years, and so he's been through a bunch. And I know he, for a fact, whenever he's taken his kids out, definitely does the full gambit of driving. Hill starts, highways, night driving, wet weather driving. That's another thing too. With learners getting their hours up, 100 hours, 120 hours, only 10 of it's at night. But how much is stipulated for wet weather driving? Any at all? Good question. So as we cruise into the city again, we will go across Capital Bridge on the Woodside Expressway and take Hale Street and nip under Suncorp Stadium. We're going to do that this time. Last time we went Coronation Drive. This time we take Hale Street. It's not raining massively at the moment, but it has, and it's quite wet. So there's a lot of moisture being flicked up from the cars in front. It's that slippery surface of the road. 4 lanes. The right lane, well, it's already gone down into the tunnel, so that's the southern end of the Cliff Jones tunnel. Left lane is going to go to South Bank on Stanley Street. Stanley Street. So the Gabba cricket ground has 2 ends: the Stanley Street end and the Vulture Street end. So local whereabouts. So if you're going to go to the Gabba, go down to the left there. And if you're going to go to the Gabba, take a couple of things. Now renovated, rebuilt. It's apparently not going to be the same stadium. Now, most cars in the left-hand lane here are going to move to the right. See the car in front and the car behind, because to Margaret Street, and most people don't. Now, South Bank over to our left. I do like the lights on the back of the Land Rover Defender, the latest model Rover Defender, the LEDs they have do look good. Might not be able to see it on the camera very well. Camera makes it look further away than it is. Takes Margaret Street. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth Street. That was Margaret Street. Elizabeth Street. So this lane and the lanes to my right are the 2 lanes that continue on to Coronation Drive. They're the 2 lanes that you'll want if you want the right lane to jump into. Don't need to be doing any tricks, but This is the lane you need to go to Hale Street and go to Suncorp Stadium, and then but we're not going to take the left lane. We're not actually going to go under the Suncorp Stadium. We're going to turn left onto Milton Road. Milton Road. What is significant about Milton Road? What is the most iconic parts of Brisbane located at Milton Road? Who's going to answer that in the cross? Mr. I-30. One iconic location on Milton Road. Who's the first person that'll answer it in the chat? I mean, Tez is there. He can answer it too if he wants. Tez is not in the car with me tonight, but he might be soon. He might be. Not in body, but in spirit. See. Traffic does, this is a bit of a bottleneck. Traffic does tend to slow down, like we're sitting on 44 k's an hour at the moment. Traffic tends to slow down a bit to negotiate the Hale Street turn-off. But we will now look at the left lane as everybody else is taking Hale Street. Who's answered that? Tezza? Yes, it's the Forex Brewery. Absolutely, which we are about to drive past and onto Milk Road. So give us the 5x5 on this the headsets today. Can you hear me all right? I've got this mic stuck right in my face. Underneath the train lines here. About to turn left onto Milton Road and now head towards Mount Cootha. It is raining again. Just here. Crazy. Yeah, you can't spell brewery. You can't spell brewery. If you can't spell beer, spell 4x, put 4x's. You know what? VB is even less than 4x's. I mean, that's VB. There's beers out there with. Is there any beer out there with less letters than VB? And there is Mr. I don't know. Is his name Mr. Perkins? Castlemaine Perkins? He's looking a bit sad today. I know you can't really see through the windscreen. Let's give that a fan. Maybe the back window needs a little bit of clearing out too. I'll turn that to Mr. On. Hopefully they'll get rid of that. And yeah, so what is the name of the guy, the Forex mascot? We know that the Castlemaine Perkins is the business, but all made up there with the Forex hat on. He's winking, but his face is all blacked out. His face is dulled out, but he's still winking. That is very amusing. So, and just on the roof, the awning roof that is over, something's up there. Somebody put something up there a while back. It's like a. I have to remember what that is. I have a look. It's hard to see in the dark, but it's like a bird. It's like a not a real one. Like a fake bird, fake animal or something up on the awning there. You know when you steal someone's garden gnome and then you place it somewhere and take photos of it around, take it on holidays, which I'm guilty of. I have done that in the past. I did steal a garden gnome from one of my warrant officers back when we were in East Timor. He painstakingly glued this garden gnome together, and he'd left it out to set, so for the glue to set. And being a crew of guys, as I look to change left lane here and get past this truck, just don't like following vehicles I can't see past. I think a lot of people think that way. But now nobody wants to get past the truck, so yes, this garden gnome had been painstakingly glued back together, and I stole it. And for the next few weeks, we took photos of it in, out on the road crew, helping fix some roads, stuff like that. And I believe, I don't know if his name was it Ian Hancock? Was it Hank? Uh, Mate, that was funny. The garden gnome ended up back in Australia before he got his hands back. I don't even know if he ever saw it again. Don't even know if he ever saw it again. But I remember sending it back to Australia, um, and it ended up. I don't know if it ended up at the bear cave. I think it ended up at the bear cave after all that, which was the boozer, the pub. Yeah, look at that pole position. Thank you. Get ahead of this truck now. No worries. Um, the Bear Cave. It was the pub at 17 Construction Squadron down in Sydney, and I'm pretty sure that's where the garden gnome ended up. I can't remember the name of the garden gnome. It definitely had a name. I just can't remember it. Here we go. Did not want to quickly jump across in the right hand lane. There's that truck. Long gone. Because it is the right hand lane we're going to need up here. Again, we've done this a couple of times. We need the right hand lane, and I need to get across the on ramp. It comes down from the side that's along the cemetery. So I'm talking about no worries, but plenty of. Ooh, is that a breakdown or a crash? Be a little fender bender. Although fenders don't tend to bend much. The night started not too bad. Not too bad. Be playing golf at this point, and that's all I'm going to say. Actually, me personally, I don't even like golf. I would play golf in good weather unless I didn't have to pay for it now with drinks afterwards. Which is what our golf days used to be like back in Yarmouth. Uh, However, I will go out to the drive range and slog some balls. I told my nephew once, you don't need to be able to play golf. You don't need to like golf. I think to know how to hit a golf ball. Don't mind the drive. Not a bad date. That's like, date night. Ready for some dropouts, Max? Well, we're going to stay up we're just going to go up the short side, and we're just going to go to the car park where the lookout is. Not the main lookout, sorry, just the car park lookout. So hopefully we won't get too many dropouts. So we can almost see how back we go here. I can't wait to have a dedicated vehicle for doing live streams. That's going to be something that ticks all the boxes. Something like a hatchback, not a hatchback. Something big like something with a tailgate that we can mount back camera on. All right, so let's go to turning lane. Just the car park. Oh, just back. Is this a back road that I don't even know about? What is this road? It's one way. It's slow. It's on the back. There's no lookout here. I don't even know this road. I don't think I've ever been down this section. I didn't even know this existed. This isn't the normal. This is wow. Okay, I just learned something. There we go. There's another good thing about coming out to these driving live streams is you get to see stuff I've never seen. Well, I did not even know that little bit of road. So let's just go there. Let's just did a lap. Front side again. I'm trying to look out the city and I can't see. But something get up here. Right, so the car park's on this time. So if we turn down that other lane, turn right, I can come back down. Back down this one. Turn up in my garage. Yeah. Right here. We will pull up. We'll pull up with no. There's a few cars parked up. They're cutting trees down. It smells here. Maybe they could just get a bit. It's not raining. Now, Henry. Henry, good to see you, buddy. Another somebody else I know from a different stream. Good to see you, mate. All right, Tezza. It's like you guys have been having fun in the chat while I've been negotiating Dark Road. Tezza, are you cool if we try and have a phone or see what happens? Let's see. Let's see if this works, people. Tez. Let's press this button. Well, I can't hear you. It's the other night. That's a mute thing. Right, so I'm actually on a call with Terry. Can't see you though. That part. Oh, just going through some options here. Uh, yes. Yeah, so that's up there. So Terry's supposed to be there, but I can't hear him. So anyway, we're going to try this. So what have we got? We can only hear static. All right, so maybe well, we tried. We'll have to do it a different way. Maybe we can hang this one up. Yeah, you can see Tessa's silhouette. But I don't think it's a silhouette of him. I think it's just a silhouette of his picture. Just walking home from the train station at the moment. Well, you're probably not in the best place to be trying to do a live stream. It's probably not one of the best. So I'm going to hang up on you, buddy. You're here in spirit. But we will get that. We will see how we get that working. So what have we got going on in the live chat? Yeah, good to see you too, Henry. Good to see you here. Cow's on board. Cow. We're going to get a lot of moo comments. I see. Oh, he's already started. Yeah, I'd like to say nice. It's again the trees, the weather. It's we'll come back up in the daytime. See how it goes. But it's great to have everyone here that's here so far. Maxie, Henry, Cow, Terry, obviously, Nina, Michael was a bit earlier. Stuff. All right. We will make our way back down the hill. That's the one side. Not drive straight out over the ledge. Be painful. So yes, there has been a some people sitting in their car, like shine it, but they're sitting in the back of their wagon with the hatch up. That's a better view. Yeah. There you go. Dead ahead, city, CBD. Try not to make it into a catastrophe. No freaking no cow. Drop off that ledge. That would be. Okay. We'll head back up north. There are a few other lookouts. Jolly's lookout is a good one. And back towards the city. So, yeah, Jolly's lookout's a good one. There's a few others around that I've noticed. We'll do a good one. We'll do one during the day. Um, we'll find a few more spots where it just like up Mount me. Oh, no need for indicator. There's fishy, do ya? Oh, there we go. Heard me. I wonder if they're from New South Wales. With that, it's like white. Looks like. All right, let's get out of this darkness. We'll get back into the light. Let's go back up past on 7. Maybe We'll go back to Milton Road. Actually, you know what? We'll go right up to the top of Milton Road. Then on to Caxton Street. Let's do Caxton Street Drive. I think that would be good. This is so Max, are you a true New South Wales state of origin? As if you are, then you probably don't. I don't know that they do it too much back these days. Back in the day, New South Wales passed through along Caxton Street to get to Lake Park. Yes, the punters and the pubs would come out and give their help. So let's go see Caxton Street. There was chat that they might turn Caxton Street into mall. I said we shut it off. Excuse me. They were talking about shutting it off and having it as a mall. Service station there. It's one roundabout. It's built. A lot of change happening. It's like 7 odd years before we get games. So good ball, it's not ready. Along Milton Road, back towards Florence, back towards Mr. Castle Lane, Perkins. Back past Suncorp Stadium, we'll go up to Terrace. And then down Eastern Street, onto Hale Street, through that lane. Been a good drive. I do like the new headset anymore. If you hear me, I'm happy. It's been any glitching, doesn't look too bad at the moment. I mean, it's great on the windscreen. Better late than never, Tezza. I'll say that's a date once, and I actually. Reflective stickers on their cars. Anyway, something huge like a Mitsubishi Colt or Mirage, Echoes or Yaris or something like that. Stuff is what I think because actually no, we do not need to change lanes. We're going to continue straight to the top of the it's not safe. Least favourite roundabout. Who's saying that, Henry? We did the Stones Corner roundabout earlier. That's 10 viewers and only 6 likes. Maxi. Good vibes, mate. Good vibes. Oh, you know what? I haven't even liked my own one. But let's see. There we go. 7 likes. I've just liked my own one. How's that? So he doesn't Lexus traction control light did flicker. Build station to our right. This place gets absolutely packed with the goes play. So it's NRL, and rugby union. There you go. And then I do. So definitely put my money where my mouth is. And I definitely do watch the this game. It's actually pretty cool. It did take about 100 and something years for the men's game to get to that. Look, there's another car. Okay, we have car number 4. So the cars that are just across the road does not have their headlights on. They have their DRLs on, their day running lights. So that's car headlight, no headlights, car number 4, just off to the right, over in the left-hand lane, across the traffic intersection. And yes, DRLs stand for day running lights, people. I'll have a quick look in the mirror as we go past. But this usually means they don't have any tail lights on. Let's have a look. In the back. Look, no tail lights, and it's a heat later. So someone who should be knowing and understanding a car better than anybody. All right, as we come up to the barracks. This was a former army barracks. Left-hand lane, so to my left, get in front. Clearly, maybe it's here we are, people. The barracks on the right, and about to turn down the infamous Caxton Street. Oh yeah, Port Alfred on the corner. Looks like they're back at the Dolphins. Fins up. Cows bar. So when the Bronx play, this place gets shut down and it becomes a walking hall. And you can walk from Roma Street train station through the barracks, down Paxton Street to the mighty Suncorp Stadium. Just in front of us, not that we're really going to see it tonight. Tell with the right lane, ready to go down on the Street, but it's just to our left. But definitely come back past me. Henry's back. It's really fun to see the traffic lights here, actually. So I said, sitting back in the seat. You're sitting back in your seat, you can't see. What's that? Memories, makes us have memories. And that's, you know what, that's a part of the channel. Yes, we're going to talk about road rules, driver etiquette, and motoring culture, but I've realised that people are going to have memories of driving certain roads, especially when we start going to different cities and then different countries. We're definitely looking forward to going to other countries. But first, we need to tackle a few capital cities in Australia, like Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide. Well, that would jeepers. Change 4 lanes in one go. Okay, it's Adelaide, 3 lanes. That's that was the last second. I am happy to take requests, especially from people interstate, where you might want us to go. I think that'd be awesome. I'll, just drop in the comments in the live chat. Obviously, I'll go back and rewatch this to make sure that the audio was good. See where it glitched out. Let's see pieces. We're sort of trying to locate the black spots, but I'll be honest. I have a modem I'm using is a twin SIM modem. It's got a Telstra and an office modem, but it's not working so far. Probably should have tried to take the Telstra SIM out. I think the office SIM is covering where Telstra doesn't. Don't think the office one is working. And it's there, the lights are on, but it's not. It's a flickering light.
Yes, on the MC bypass, heading towards the Brisbane and Women's Royal, even. Royal Brisbane Women's Hospital. We will turn. Where do we want to go? So this could be choose your own adventure. We could turn down Gift Road and we could head out towards the airport. There's probably much of that mates. Yeah, house talk about around hills. To make a decision. Let's do Gift Road. Not a lot out there. We can try. Things we sort of try. Yes. We will take Gift Road. So I'm just going to set the left lane and turn down to basically the old highway that looks like head north. And how far does it go? It goes as far as it ends. Douglas goes a good 2,000 kilometres and you don't even leave the state. So there's the airport link tunnel in front of us. What's the road here? Up which road? It's about it. So here's the deal. The main thoroughfare that heads out of Brisbane heading south is you get on the Sun Expressway and you're in the Gold Coast before you get to Settlement. I mean, you don't need it from the settlement once until you get to Fox Harbour. But if you go north and you don't take the airport link tunnel, so I mean, Kingsford Smith Drive has enough traffic lights on it as well. If you're heading north, you don't get that luxury. I mean, we could be in the tunnel right now that will set on this long. It pops out at Stafford Road, Henry. And then you've got so many traffic lights, and it goes right past you inside Westfield, which gets so busy. Yeah, that's probably. There's, I mean, don't get me wrong, if it's south, one is number one, too. Windsor, yeah, yes. We just passed, we passed under the train line that goes to Fernie. Just back. So it goes to the train station. Newmarket Road. Like there. Yeah, just to my left here, I remember growing up, there was these two massive tanks, a bit like the tanks that those frames that are at gasworks in the valley. Two massive tanks. They were there for like World War II. These tanks actually raised up out of the ground. What level of fluid was in them? They changed, and yeah. Wonder who else had Brisbane knows. Definitely Lutwich Road at the moment, coming into Lutwich. Needs to hang out here a little bit. Just have a friend lift. Yeah. Visit. So I know this area a little bit. Where I am at the moment, quite close to Kendra Park Run. Just where I met Michael some years ago now. Used to be a really good neighbour. The Lockwood bus station over the now there's definitely a red light camera slash speed. Yep. Even Waze is saying it's a speed camera, but it's also a red light camera, so there you go. So I wonder if it's there's which road to every road as we are about to come over the bridge to the Bedford Park Hotel. Bridge that goes over Bedford. Bedford. When it rains a lot, Bedford Woods is actually definitely good. Not too hot. The road just above us is where you come out of the tunnel. To go north, obviously the airport tunnel continues on towards the airport. Ever turn sign. We're just under the overpass now. We've got two, they split. We've got to the left, goes up Stafford Road. To the right, goes. No, this is just a bit of Campbell Newman's. When Campbell Newman was the Premier of Queensland, I think this was his doing. Can't say it's attractive, but he was a Royal Australian engineer in the Australian Army. I know that because so was I, and I was fortunate enough not to have to serve with him. So, yes, I don't think I'll put it this way: all the roads that he had built, all these roads, it's a lot of subsidence. So when you drive along now, it's a lot of bits and pieces that yeah, a lot of the joints in the elevated roads have shifted now quite especially if you drive a performance vehicle or something like that. Stiff suspension. Quite hard suspension. Look at the chat. Chat looks busy. Are you home yet, Tessa? Or are you still walking? It's wet and a bit slippery, but there's no rain. It does shine through the camera, shine off the road. Actually, it's quite cool. Lights all have that lens about it. As we jump into lane, make our way up towards Kitchener Road, across the Skippy Road. Road is known for being Brisbane's longest road. It's spelled RODE, as in like the brand, the audio brand, Roadie. They might call it road, but this is definitely Roadie Road. The reason I know that is because Franz Joseph Roadie was my grandmother's great great grandfather. So, yes, that makes him my great 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 grandfather, something like that. Yeah, so Roadie Road, which we're about to cross, goes from Sandgate Road all the way through to Queen's Road roundabout. Yeah, that road turn up to March. It's the descendants of Prince Joseph Road. So a little history that I'm associated with. So a little bit proud of it. So we'll come up towards Chermside and Westfield. So being a Tuesday night, not a lot of people there tonight. Wow, I mean, cheap movie night. Cheap movie night, but other than that, it's nowhere like this is nothing like Thursday night. Thursday night, this place is packed, especially this time of night. It's only 8 o'clock. Some roadworks. So yes, Chermside, Westfield. It's the biggest transport I don't think. Why Junction? Not quite that big. Maybe we'll just yeah, mate, it's still there, still passing. The darkness. When in Chermside park runs, I keep mentioning park runs. It's because I actually yeah, park run park run this Saturday. One of my friends who's never done one before, so this will be fun. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to turn right at Beams Road. So, for those who know, Beams Road is the last set of traffic lights as you head out of Brisbane. So that's where you hit the 80 zone. Just after that, there's a service station, truck stop on your left just before you get up to the 100 zone, and that's basically the start of it. So we will get to Beams Road, we'll turn right, and we'll start making our way back to Sandgate Road. And that will complete the big circle. There's a three-wheel, what's that? Three-wheeled electric, I don't know if anyone just saw what went from left to right. It was a three-wheeled electric scooter. Is it Domino's delivery? It was a food delivery. And it had two front wheels, like a Piaggio, and one back wheel, kind of like a can-head, like a mini electric can-head. I've never seen one before. That's great. So Aspley is the next suburb. Those trying to guess. There it is, the sign for Aspley just on the left there. Might be a bit blurry. Bit dark up through over the hill, and then up there it's Aspley. Where else? Aspley. A lot. I do remember growing up, there was a fountain that had a big A. Yeah, I can't even. I probably get home to it right now. Photos. See if there's any photos of fountain. Yes, I think it rotated too. I think it's like a big red A that sat above the fountain. So, there's one of my favourite shops, J Car, just on the corner. That's my favourite J Car to go to get bits and pieces. Yeah, a bit of a J Car fan. Actually, off to our left is the Astley hypermarket. They still call it a hypermarket. I think they still do. That thing opened up was so long ago. It's in purple tonight. It's all lit up in purple. Yeah, you got Kmart, Target, and stuff like that. A few car yards. A few sets of lights now. Get to Bruce Highway. Definitely, we got some emergency lights over to the right on the southbound lanes. Something going on. C33. Yeah, just the ambulances. Something's going on. Coming up to the start of Zilmere Road. So Zilmere Road, again, goes from Gympie Road to Zilmere. Funny enough. Then we got Graham Road on the left. Heads towards Graham. I don't know who Graham is. Don't know what Graham Road's named after. But we'll just see in the right hand lane. And then, yes, we've got one more set of traffic lights to go, which is Beams Road. We're going to take Beams Road. We're going to check out the roadworks, how lit up they'll be, but they are finally, after all these years, building a bridge over the railway lines, Beams Road in Castledine. And it needed to happen because so many trains go along that track. And it's like during peak hour when you've got the most cars on the road, you've also got the most trains on the track. And it was quite a bottleneck. So we'll go down and have a look. There's some nice new road leading up to it. So Beams Road, past that. Something's got cool lights. It's an Audi. It's an Audi with their cool stroby indicators. Is Henry, you're talking about the crossing? Yeah, I know that crossing you're talking about at Coop Brook. Yeah, it's a bit of a headache. Cow is a bit of a train spotter. Cow likes the trains. Yeah, you're gonna have to come for a spin with me. That'll be fun. Well, I mean, as a driver, look, it depends. I don't like getting stuck at level crossings. I like trains. Ask Michael. He sends me up to the middle of Queensland to look at lots of coal trains sometimes. I come back wishing I was a train driver. No, I think it's just a boy thing. I need to be a train driver. This section of Beams Road they fixed up is awesome. There used to be a roundabout here at Dorval Road. That is now an intersection. It was a bit of a mess through here for a while, but this section right now is awesome. I get down here quite a lot, having a few automobiles. The transport department that I go to, the TMR, I often go to is the spring here at Castle. It's not to be, well, I mean, I've seen the lineups there sometimes, but try not to go to this too. Tessa likes the trains as well. No, I like trains. If you get me on a steam train, the old rail motor, I know they got one up in Longreach. You go for a spin that one. It's the Silver Bullet. I think they might have one towards Walker as well. Maybe it says, you know, if they do. Here we are. This is the start. So this set of lights here is the start of the bridge that they're building. So just off to the right here, I don't know how well you can see, but they're building retaining walls. And it's all roadworks through here. Big cow, here you go, mate. Here's the level crossing. It's still here for now, so don't have to miss it. looks like the traffic lights are here out, so we have police doing police stuff. Hey, awesome. He's just standing there. I mean, I could have mistaken him for the guys that bring the planes into the gate. Kind of like back to the guys. Oh, I could stand that. Anyway, Beams Road, we will make our way across to Sandgate Road. Basically, that'll kind of like we'll do it basically. We'll go. Let's end up at the Macca's. I think we'll just finish off at the McDonald's on the corner of Robinson Road and Sandgate Road. I think that will be where we finish tonight's stream. Don't have my wingman before tonight, so I don't think I can't really see. Obviously, I'm driving, so I'm not really paying attention to anything. Stuff. The laptop's sitting there doing its own thing. I have my phone sitting in its a quad lock. I'm not getting paid by quad lock. I just really like this stuff. And well, maybe one day the channel gets big enough that quad lock decides sponsor the channel. Definitely want to talk about rules and regulations, how you can use your phone whilst driving and riding. Obviously, quad lock make the bounce for motorcycles and scooters and push bikes and all sorts. I have 3 motorcycles and 3 have quad lock bounce. I have 3 push bikes. I think all 3, at least 2 of them have quad lock bounce. I have 2 bounce that I move from car to car. Yeah, Beach Road's a pretty long road too. I don't know that it's that much shorter than Roadie Road. Really? Excellent. Beach Road. I think it goes past Beckets Road. This is Beams Road maps. So BEAMS, Beams Road. Why it's called Beams Road, I don't know. Maybe something Tessa could look up. Being the super moderator that it is. I was called Beams Road. Manual mode at the moment. And what gear off? Yep, so Beams Road. Somewhere near Beckett's Road, all the way through to Sandgate Road. Then it turns into something, and then it goes down to the entertainment centre, Boodle. Thanks for that sign up there. That's reminding me of what was I'm talking about. Lived in Boonville for a little while. In 2022, it flooded. Yeah. Yeah, that was not nice. Must have been stuff that floods into it. I'll tell you what, we are going to go for a drive past the house I used to live in soon during the day. And the reason why is because when it flooded, a shark swam past my front gate up the street. It was the water had come up that much that a little bull shark, I say little, it's probably 5 foot, 4 or 5 foot. The lady across the road filmed a shark swimming past my work car that I had parked up on the footpath. Water got up a little bit higher than the diffs, and Shark swam straight past it. And, my boss saw it before I did and wanted to know why his car was in the flood and why I hadn't put it on higher ground. And I said, I put it on higher ground. So, yes, little bull sharks past the front gate. I do have a video somewhere. I will find it. I think I might have to get a Discord thing happening. Tessa's probably going to say, yeah, where we can upload bits and pieces. But yeah, definitely the video of the sharks swimming past my front gate is pretty cool. All right, only a couple more minutes to go as we make our way into Virginia. So Virginia and Jiba are next to each other, and the nicknames are, yes, nicknames for Virginia and Jiba. They go together quite well. It's nicely done there. How long is Beach Road? I would like to know how long is Beach Road versus how long is Roadie Road? About 6 days long. How long is Roadie Road? But here's the funny thing: isn't Sandgate Road heaps longer? I don't know. I don't know why Roadie Road is the longest road. I swear Sandgate Road's way. Like Sandgate Road goes from almost in the Ballard, Let's Abbotsford Road. So it turns into Sandgate Road, I think, in Elvis. And then starts, yeah, Sandgate Road starts at Albion. It goes all the way through to where Broad Street goes to Sandgate. It's like Impy Roads even. Anyway. They do look up. Again, you can't really see in the dark. It's just above us, those cameras, phone cameras. The phone cameras. All right, people. Robinson Road, McDonald's, Robinson Road, and Sandgate Road. We are about to end the stream for the night. I'll pull up a quick look. There we go, green arrow. So that's twice the time. I'm sent over for ages. It's pulling so the McDonald's be a good place to end the stream tonight. Thanks everyone who's joined live and chatted. It's been mad. It's been awesome. I'm probably not going to need it. It's a place to stop. Yeah, for those people that end up watching this not live, thanks for doing that too. Do the liking, subscribing, all that sort of stuff. Not trying to give McDonald's a plug, but it's just a plug. All right, everyone, thanks so much. Awesome chatting and driving and going up with you. Look, the weather looks good now. And yeah, and then keep your eyeballs peeled for the next stream. See? Thank you very much, and good night from me. Tessa, thank you for being an awesome, better late than never, sure. But thanks for being there as the super moderator. And